Good morning, everybody, and thank you very much for coming together in support of this amazing and very important initiative. This has been a big year for Running Start, and I want to thank all of our industry partners and C&M for supporting the Running Start program now for its fifth year. I just want to quickly put in a quick plug. Classes do start September the 19th. It's very important that we get students registered into all the Running Start courses. And this is a big year for the program. We have a lot of courses to announce this year that are already open for registration. But the program actually dates back to 2007 and to then legislator Barry, who was looking back at the state budget, and he was on the budget committee and he was examining the budget and trying to determine where money was being spent. And he was looking at education, and he saw that little was being spent for what is now called CTE, career technical education. And this struck a chord with him, coming from the trades himself in many ways. And so he had the foresight to go out and talk to students about what they saw missing from their educational experience. And he then worked to get state law changed, allowing the industry professionals the ability to instruct high school students. And once mayor, he began working with community leaders to craft what became the Running Start for Careers that we see today, and worked very closely with Dr. Winograd. So it all started with a vision, and then legislation, and then one class, which was our friends at Associated Builders and Contractors. And so now we look to have the biggest cohort of Running Start for Career students yet. And I wanted to ask Mayor to speak a little bit about that vision and about the journey to get us started here this morning.
Thank you, Andrew.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Andrew. Let's give Andrew a big round, man. This guy comes in every day, and he's got one job, and it's Running Start for Careers. Carol Biondi's over here. Carol was our first Andrew. He's the second Carol, however you want to put it. But the fact is, this program means so much to our community that in the mayor's office, we have full-time staff that makes this happen with our business partners and with C&M. Let me just, we're going to do a couple things this morning. I'm going to give you some big news about new programs. We're going to watch a new video. Dr. Winograd, who really makes this thing roll with C&M and really makes it happen, is going to talk to you. And then, of course, as Andrew said, this is the time of year. We want our students signing up. If you're in school, at any school in Albuquerque, and you're a student or you're a parent and you want to get involved in one of these, what will now be 12 different areas of study, we want you in the program. You're welcome. Get with your school counselors. Let's get you signed up. Now's the time. So we have a real actionable item today. I just came this morning, my first speech this morning was in front of about 300 people at the Albuquerque Convention Center. They're not just people, they're teachers. The school board was there. Our mission graduate partners were there. Our business leaders were there. And the topic was, how do we keep kids in school? Because we know a couple things to be true. Education absolutely is the key to your success in life. Without a good education, good luck. You just can't get a good education if you're not in school. You can't get a good education if you're not engaged. And that's what Andrew was talking about back in 2007. I won't beat that story again because I tell it every time. But the fact is, what we're talking about with Running Start for Careers is what the Ash Center at Harvard said is one of the top 25 innovations in all of government. And it came from some 16 and 17-year-olds at Valley High School who simply said, we want a vision for our future. We want industry to come in and teach us. And we didn't have to supplant a single teacher. In fact, we're adding education jobs through this program. But then I talked to industry, and I said to industry, are you happy with what you're getting from the standpoint of young people when they walk in? Are they ready to go? And the answer was no. And I said, well, what are you doing about it? Well, today we're going to talk about business partners that have stepped up in a big way to make this happen. So the big news today is this. As we walked in the room today, we had a good number of programs in Running Start for careers that our high school students could take. We already had electrical, film, financial, healthcare services, medical laboratory, hotel and tourism, and GIS and surveying, which is basically flying drones. That's awesome. Today we're going to announce the addition of IT and coding, thanks to our friends at New Mexico Tech Council, a new plumbing course, thanks to our friends at ABC. I think ABC is working on that one. Veterinary reception, based on the Veterans, I'll say this wrong, Specialty Emergency Center. Are they here? Did I say it right? Electrical technicians, thanks to our friends at IEC. We announced that recently. And then public safety. We are starting a public safety program and enhancing that through APD. We have an officer shortage. There's an officer shortage around the country. We have new PSA programs. We're bringing young folks into public safety now sooner than ever, so that we can build the ranks of that department. So APD, thank you for that. And it's good stuff. It's good stuff. And so as we're talking this morning, I was so proud to stand up and say to the people that were in that room fighting for our kids, fighting for graduation rates, and say, if you send your kids to Running Start for Careers, instead of a 63% graduation rate, this program pulls it to a 98%, sometimes 99% on-time graduation rate. That's unbelievable. And it's happening here, and we're being national leaders and we're being innovators. And we're going to watch a video here, but I'm going to say this a couple of times. We would not be here without our industry partners, and we wouldn't be out here without Dr. Winograd. This lady is a rock star. I love her to death. She is just doing great things. We are so lucky in Albuquerque and in New Mexico to have C&M. Mayors around the country are talking consistently about what's the answer, what's the answer. A big part of the answer are two-year institutions. And we have the best in the country, in my opinion. So Dr. Winograd, thank you so much. So our friends at Media Desk did a video. Let's watch a video, correct? And then I'm going to have Dr. Winograd give us some info. Let's watch the new Running Start video that we can use to promote the program both in our high schools and to our business leaders. This was designed to promote the program to add more students, more businesses, more opportunity for Running Start.
I think one of the really beautiful things about Running Start for Careers, it was born from the students. This came from a simple question that I asked as a state legislator to some 16-year-olds. What is it that you need? How could you be more engaged in high school? Looks like you've been doing a little painting.
Yeah. Well, my family is proud of me for doing this, and they want me to have a good career, and they want me to do better for myself, better than they did for themselves. Because honestly, construction pays good, and I don't want to see my family struggle anymore.
I definitely want to, finish my college career and all that stuff, and I'm hoping to become a civil engineer. I'm kind of wanting to graduate early, get sort of like a head start on everything that I'm planning to do, because time runs out and you feel kind of like stuck. My dad has taught me a lot with having to be independent and everything. He's taught me how to drive a tractor since I was 7. So since he works in construction, he has side jobs and everything, so I'd go help him paint the lines of a parking lot or move around the asphalt. As long as you're learning and as long as you're doing what you like, then it's all worth it.
What really came out of that conversation was an ambition. These students wanted to be good at something. They wanted to get their high school diploma in one hand, but they wanted to learn from an expert. So all these things came together, and I started looking at the state law in New Mexico, and it did not allow industry experts to go into the classroom and teach for credit. So we went about the business of actually changing the law in New Mexico. So now, if you're a plumber, if you're a filmmaker, if you're a physician, if you're a nurse, if you're in the hospitality business, if you're in the financial business, you can now go into the classroom and teach. And because we team up with C&M, you're now teaching for dual credit.
This brings together government and industry and business and educators and puts us all on the same page in terms of how do we help students actually do the things that they love, and how do we make sure that they are able to be in a situation where they get the job of their dreams.
The laboratory tends to be the forgotten part of medicine. And so for these students to come in and see the importance and the amount of work that's done, I think that they can see the significance, and some of them really want to come join the team.
40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60.
Really what our goal is ultimately at New Senda is to be a partner with the community. And since 2013, we've had over 100 students apply for the program and successfully complete it. And of those, we've had 33 become interns, and 5 of those are still working with New Senda.
Thank you. Have a nice day, Stanley.
I think the heart of running Start for Careers is Albuquerque. I've seen most of these students stay right here in this town. So why not invest in them?
Well, it's just that you actually get to work. You're not just sitting in a classroom all day, and hopefully that stays with me for a very long time, because I don't really want to forget how to do any of this, because it's so helpful.
So as a mayor, once you can get the 3 key components engaged, which is your school system, your 2-year college, and your business community, then go talk to your students. Ask them what they need. And if you're like Albuquerque, New Mexico, the students are going to describe almost to a T running Start for Careers, and you're going to be off and running on a great program that will not only help keep your kids in high school and increase your graduation rate, but also make your city more viable from a workforce development standpoint. It's a true win for everybody.
I went to the U.S. Conference of Mayors. I shared this with over 500 mayors last year. I have mayors from around the country calling, asking how they can do this in their communities. We're going to share this video with other cities, other states. We're going to share it with other industry partners, and we want to share it with our students. So in today's day and age, all I need is the link. So what I'm going to ask everybody is, let's get on social media. Let's get that message. Let's keep hitting that out there. And before I turn it over to Dr. Winograd, I want to thank, we had a lot of people made that happen, not just the video. But a lot of those people are partners, early adopters. Carl and Roxanne at ABC, they cracked the code first time on how to get that curriculum approved. Our partners at APS said yes, and that's how it got started. So thanks to ABC for being the first adopter. We appreciate you very much. Triskel Heritage Foundation is involved to make that video. The leaders there, Associated Builders and Contractors, Presbyterian, Jim Hinton and his group, New Senda Credit Union, Terry Laudick and his organization, UPublic, which is our new public television, folks that is part of what the city does. Thank you so much. Heritage Hotels, Jim Long and his group, Tricor Laboratories, Carol works there now. They stole Carol from us. But we're glad that she's there because she brought it to Tricor, and then Bolo Pervidi is also part of that. So let's give a big hand to everybody that stepped up and did that. No more so than Kathie Winograd. So with no further ado, Dr. Winograd, thank you.
I need to be skinnier, I think. It wasn't that video amazing? So mostly what I want to say is that every message in that video was so true to what we are trying to accomplish. We're trying to help students really find their passion and know that they can do what they are excited about, and that they can do it here in New Mexico, where we want them to stay and work and be part of the fabric of this incredible community that we all love so much. I also want to say a big thanks to our folks in outreach, Jennifer McDonald, Lisa Knapp, and Amanda Glennon. I think I saw come in. Amanda, great. You guys are amazing at really making this work. But the other thing I really appreciate that the mayor always gives me credit, but it is so important for you to know that it's the faculty and staff at this college that do what they do because they also feel exactly what the students said in the video. They want to improve the lives of their students, and they mean it every day. And they come here and could actually be somewhere else doing something that probably would make a lot more money, doing a lot bigger kinds of things, but they choose to be in Albuquerque, New Mexico, at Central New Mexico Community College, so that they can help you, because they love you and they want the students to be able to have a better life, not only a better life than they have experienced, but even sometimes a better life than the faculty have. And they better maybe in terms of other things, but not better because they love being here and working with you. So I want to make sure I say that. And the other thing is that it's been an incredible journey to watch Mayor Berry's vision get to the place it is. I am one of those very lucky people that used to sit in his office in Santa Fe and listen to him talk about what he wanted to accomplish. And this was even before 2007. And to watch it actually come to life in such a way that it has touched the lives of so many people here in New Mexico, thank you. Thank you for being a visionary. Thank you for including CNN in your vision for that. So thank you all for being here. I really was supposed to introduce Mayor Berry, but since he's already talked, I'm not sure exactly how to move this along, so I'm going to give it back to you.
Sure, thanks. Let's give Dr. Winograd a big round. Thank you so much. I have a bunch more things on here, and I'm not going to say any of them. Here's what I want to say. I want to say thank you, and tell you how grateful I am to live in a community that will embrace a program like this. From the instructors, to Dr. Winograd, to Andrew, to the city employees, to the businesses that are here that have basically said, yeah, we're going to reach into our pocket and we're going to invest, not just in our companies, but we're going to invest in the future of our kids. This is a very special thing, and we should be celebrating this every day. But we've had 700 children, or students go through this program at this point. I want to see 7,000 kids. I want to see this. I want to see this. When I asked the 300 people this morning, all of them who work in education, raise your hand if you've heard about Running Start for Careers. Less than a third of the hands went up. Let's get those other 2/3 of the hands. This is where our media partners matter. I appreciate the media for being here today, because this is a call to action for our community. There is a way in Albuquerque for students to engage better with school, to engage better with their future, to navigate into life after high school, to stay in school and to graduate. It's called Running Start for Careers. If you want more information, call CNM, call 311, we'll get you connected. Our kids deserve it. It's important for our future, and I just want to say thanks for everybody that has been a part of making it happen. So have a good day. And I want to come and take a class here, because this looks like I miss my boots and jeans days. I don't think I was ever much of an electrician, frankly. I was more of a structures guy, but this looks like it'd be a fun place to come and learn. So anyway, thanks for everybody for being here.